Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a lemon meringue pie. This has been requested by that geezer, so this goes out to you. I hope you enjoy it. I go through all the steps and show you how to make this delicious dessert, so make sure you carry on watching this video. First thing you want to do is make your pastry. You want to rub the butter into the flour using your fingertips until it resembles breadcrumbs. Once your mixture resembles breadcrumbs, add a little bit of cold water and add enough water to bind this together. So when it starts looking like that, I then get my hands in because then I can better judge how much extra water I will need. So I'm going to squeeze this together, and you want to do this until it forms a dough ball. Once it's formed a dough ball, place in some cling film, wrap it up and place it in the fridge for 20 minutes. Whilst you're waiting for your dough to chill, you want to get a 9-inch fluted tin. I'm using a loose bottom one because it's easier to get your pie out once it's done. Get some string and measure it from one edge to the next, making sure that you go up the sides as well. And this will help you measure out how much you need to roll out your pastry to, so it's perfect, and it's a little trick that you could use. Get your dough and put a little bit of flour on the rolling pin, and you want to roll it out to the width of your piece of string. So I'll put that there for a little guide. Every now and again I give it a turn at 90 degrees to make sure it's not sticking on the bottom. If it is, just put a little bit more flour on the bottom, and if it's starting to crack at the sides, just mould it together with your hands and then continue to roll. When it gets to about this stage, it's a little bit more difficult to turn, so just keep lifting it up to make sure it's not sticking on the bottom. Once you've measured it out, so if you see it matches all of the string, which is perfect, so you know that it's going to fit your tin. The easiest way to place this pastry into your tin, which can be quite difficult if you just pick it up because it can rip, is to get your rolling pin and then get the pastry and roll it along with your rolling pin. Then you want to unroll your pastry into the tin, like so. Trim off a little bit of the excess. Roll that into a dough ball. Then with the excess, go around the side of the tin, and you want to press down firmly to make sure that there's no air. Pastry can shrink in the oven, so what I want to do is just make sure that it reaches to the side of the tin and then trim this excess bit off. Once you've done that, get some greasy paper, and then you want to press this down into the pastry, making sure that you do cover the pastry. You now want to weigh the pastry down. You can get bacon beans, however I'm just going to use some rice. I'm preheating my oven to 200 degrees or gas mark 6, and I'm going to blind bake this. So what blind baking means is that you're just going to cook the pastry before you add the filling in. It is such a thing, prevent you from getting a soggy bottom, which is what you don't want on your pastry. Cook this in the oven for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to remove this. I'm going to reuse these because they can be reused, obviously not to cook for rice, but they can be reused for blind baking again, and put it back in the oven for 5 minutes just to crisp up the bottom. The pastry's out of the oven and I'm letting it cool slightly, and you want to zest 2 lemons, so you use the smaller side of your grater and you want to zest it. As soon as it gets to the white bit, turn it round, and you want to get all of the zest. Separate 3 eggs. Reserve the egg whites for your meringue topping. If you've got any yolk whatsoever or shell or anything in the mixture, you will have to start again, otherwise they won't whisk up. Next thing you want to do is mix together 75 grams of caster sugar and 3 tablespoons of corn flour in your saucepan. Add in all of your lemon zest and 175 millilitres of cold water. Now it's lovely and thick, you want to remove it off the heat. You want to let it cool slightly, then add in 25 grams of butter. Give this a good stir. Then add in your egg yolks, and this is what will give the beautiful colour. If you add these in too early, then they will curdle and your lemon filling will be a scrambled egg lemony mess. Once fully combined, add your lemon filling to the pastry case. Smooth over your filling so it makes a nice even layer. Leave to one side, and now it's time to make the meringue. Whisk up your egg whites until they form stiff peaks. How do you know they're stiff peaks? Well, you could just tell because it's not bouncing around, or you could do that and nothing should come out of the bowl, they should stay firm. Next, you want to sweeten these egg whites to make a lovely meringue. You want to add 150 grams of caster sugar, but not straight away. You want to add it in bits as you continually whisk. Once you've made your meringue, you want to blob it all around the pie, starting from the outside in. You can pipe this if you want to, however, I just like the authentic look, and smooth this out very, very carefully, because obviously you can see the filling there. You don't want to start mixing the meringue with the filling. Using your tablespoon, you want to make little wisps, as it were. Once done, place it back in the oven for 5 minutes to crisp up the topping. The pie has come out of the oven and I've let it cool completely. As you can see, the lemon filling has held its shape, which is perfect. And you've got that light, fluffy meringue, which I'm really excited to eat. So let's try some. You have got that short, crumbly texture from the pastry. You've got that citrusy, zingy lemon filling. And then that light and fluffy meringue on top. It is perfect. Love a good lemon meringue pie. Let me know how you get on. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you know when my next video is being posted. I will see you in my next video.